guys, it's Jen with Caketastic Cakes, and per request, I am going to show you how to make a round ball shape, sphere shape, whatever you want to call it, cake using just a couple of mixing bowls. So you don't have to go out and buy specialty molds or anything like that, as long as it's not too big. And this is all you have to do. If you have two glass bowls, I have two Pyrex mixing bowls here, and they are the same size. You see, they match up, same size, everything checks out. And that's all I'm going to need. Now, in order to do anything, I'm going to have to prep them. So I'm taking some Crisco or any type of vegetable shortening, and I'm going to coat the bowl, give it a nice coating all around it. And it doesn't matter if the bowls are old or new, as long as they're glass and the same size. Pyrex is a great brand, so that's what I use. Now that it's greased, I'm going to take some parchment paper, cut a little funky looking circle out of it, and stick it into the bottom of my bowl. I know that these bowls are not completely flat or completely round on the bottom, but that's okay. Now I'm going to take a little more Crisco, a little more vegetable shortening, and apply it to the top of my parchment paper because I really don't want this to stick, and I've never had it stick. Like, it works so well. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with the second bowl. So here are two bowls that I already have prepped. They were a little bit of a different size when I realized, oh shoot, I didn't actually show anyone how to grease them up. Now, when you add your batter to it, you're just going to fill it in about halfway. And as you can see, it says do not preheat your oven. Do not preheat your oven, people. If you're going to try this method, do not put these bowls into a hot oven. No, no, no. They will break. You got to put them in the oven cold and then turn your heat on so that as your oven heats up, it heats up the bowls gradually. All right, getting back to this now. I filled them about, a little over halfway full. And these are, I think, about 6-inch bowls, if I had to guess, around the top. If you're using something bigger, here's a little trick. Take a piece of tin foil, and I put it over my fingers and just kind of wrapped it around my fingers so it's hollow in the center. Add a little bit of Crisco to it on the outside so that you have basically kind of like a well, I guess you could say. And that you would push down into the center of your batter. This way it will cook a little bit more evenly, because if your bowl gets too big, you will end up with a gooey center. So this would help avoid it. But as you can see, it floats a little bit. If you do try this and it floats, you can do a little trick. Just throw a few coins into the middle of your tin foil. And who cares if they bake? It's not going to touch your food. And they can get warm. So yeah, it should be okay. Now, like I said, place in the cold oven, then set your temperature. When they come out, they're going to just plop right out. You might have to give them a little wiggle wiggle like that. Boom, there it is. Nice and round. Grab the other one as well. And it's just like any other thing too. Once they come out of the oven, do let them sit and set for like 5 minutes or so. Well, you can see they are kind of round, but they've got that lumpy bit in the top right there. Not a problem, just trim it off. I'm using a bread knife right here just to flatten off the tops. It ain't perfect, but it does work. At this point too, you could also make more cuts down if you want each of those cakes to have more layers to them to add more icing. This is just demonstration purposes, so I didn't bother wasting my icing. However, there we go. See, it's much more half hemispherical, I guess is the term. So yeah, any of the rough edges, just trim them off. Anything that isn't even, it isn't perfect, don't worry, because you're going to add your icing. And this is where I said before that even though you could see it's a little flat on the top and the bottom, I kind of feel like the little flat on the bottom's not a big deal because you do want it to sit on whatever it's sitting on. And on the top, it's not such a big deal either because we're going to ice it. So I'm just sticking some icing in between just to hold them together. Again, just for demonstration purposes. Gonna line them up as best I can. And at this point too, if you see, around the edges where they're connecting, it's sticking a little too bit, you could trim it. Whatever. I'm using buttercream icing, use ganache, use whatever you want. And it is a nice little roly-poly kind of cake, so I had to keep my finger on the top there to hold it down. But again, like I said, this is where you're going to set it up and really give it any type of finishing touches to its shape that you feel it needs. Once you are happy with it, stick it in the fridge, let it chill just like you would any other cake, and then you're ready to go. You're ready to use it for whatever you want to use it for. This one in particular I used to make a Sans. It's the skeleton, skull-headed guy from the game Undertale cake, and this was going to be his head. So again, just adding a little bit more icing to the top to round it off. And then voila, round cake. There you go. Didn't have to go buy a mold or anything, just a couple of bowls. So I hope you found this video helpful. Please like and subscribe because it really does help me out as well. Check out my other videos. I got a ton of them out there, as well as some beginner helpful tips that you could look at. And as always, thank you for watching Caketastic Cakes.